Alright guys, I'm going to do a quick update on my LP640 project. We've got our outer door skins kind of temporarily put in place on the inner skins. All of the door mechanisms are working now. Got it hooked up to the door popper. Doors open by themselves. Nice smooth operation. We've got some body work to do on the doors where the inner and outer skins attached. We had to sand down a little bit there on the door jamb because it was rubbing when the door closed. So we've got some body work to do there. No big deal. Everything fit together pretty well for the most part, other than a couple spots that were rubbing a little bit. But this door functions beautifully. Latches, pops right open. There's a couple of gaps that we're going to have to fix. Not a big deal. All the body lines match up pretty well. Before we send it to get painted, we'll do any final sanding and preparation to make sure all our body lines between the door and the body all line up properly. All in all, this body kit is very high quality fiberglass, very smooth panels, so we'll have minimal body work other than some minor gaps to fill in and some little stuff. But all in all, I'm very happy with the way the doors work. One more look at the way they open. Very, very stable doors. When you try to wobble them or shake them, the only movement you get is actually movement in the entire car, because we built these things so solid that there's really no give whatsoever at the hinges. They close nice and straight every time. You come down in the same place and latch. Once we get the electric door poppers hooked up, you should be able to push the button and they'll pop right open with no problem. Passenger side, we're just starting to get the door skin on it. We take a look here from a distance. Again, we've got these Corvette Grand Sport wheels on there temporarily. The black BMW wheels that we're going to be using aren't going to go on it until we're ready for them. These wheels I use for mock-up, they're already scuffed up a little bit, and we don't want to scuff up our good wheels. There's a few gaps on the door right here. This gap here will go away once the outer skin is attached to the inner skin. Right now we've just got it kind of tacked in place. We also have a gap here that we'll deal with. We'll get all that bonded between the outer and inner skin. We also have some gaps here that will go away once we get all that put together. So everything's coming along really well. The hood, the trunk, engine cover, I'm going to show you what we're doing with that stuff. This is our 3800 rolling chassis. Over here we've got our V8 rolling chassis. Got some junk sitting on top of it for now. That's our Reventon Roadster engine cover that we'll be using when we get our Reventon bodies next week. Okay, so what we got here is, there's the rear trunk and a steel framework. We're going to get our latches and hinges installed next week. That's the engine cover. We've got the main framework there in the middle. You can see we've got it clamped down. There's different ways you can attach the steel to the panels. We've tried some different things over the years, and we've opted for this 3M brand panel bonding adhesive. The product number is 08115. It's kind of blurry, but 08115. And it's a two-part epoxy. It's made to bond fiberglass and steel together. It's expensive stuff. It's about $40 for a tube. Fiberglass mat and resin is less expensive all in all, but this stuff actually, in my opinion, is stronger. You just basically can glue the steel to the fiberglass, and it is on there permanently. Clamp it down, hold it in place, and then once that stuff dries, it's on there. You can go back and lay your fiberglass mat and resin over the top of the steel if you want later on, or you can just spray over all that with some type of undercoating. Truck bed liner spray works really well to give you a nice textured black coating on the underside of these panels. There's our front hood. You can see the steel framework there. Same thing, we've already clamped it down and glued it on. And like I said, there's other builders out there that might disagree and opt for the fiberglass mat soaked in resin as a less expensive option. They might argue that it's more effective in holding the stuff in place, but that fiberglass mat in the resin tends to separate from steel over time, where this stuff is made to bond the steel to the fiberglass. So try this stuff and you'll see what I mean. You'll agree with me that this is a better solution. It's faster and it is actually stronger. So next week we'll have our hood, our trunk, our engine cover, and the doors all latching, hinged, working. We're going to start then getting the electrical done, the door poppers, and some of the stereo wiring, all our lights, and we'll keep moving along. We're going to get all the body components functional, get everything in place, lined up, latching, working, and then we'll move on to the interior and body work. We'll do all our final body work right before this goes to the paint shop. I'm going to show you how nice these doors work. Right now the door popper's not hooked up. I just have a cable. When I pull that cable, unlatches the door, opens right up by itself, and voila. Nice and smooth. They come down nice and easy. Come down and land in the same spot every time. And latch, no problems. Pull the popper, and open up. That's how a Lambo door is supposed to work.